What's up, everybody? It's about that time for another edition of the Crew Radio Show. I'm Kevin Swan, co-host of the show, and the crew are professional people who are also friends that come together to talk about the things you want us to talk about. We talk about it all, and we don't hold back. So come on and join us for another edition of the Crew Radio Show.
Welcome to the Crew here on WHOV 88.1 right here on our YouTube channel. If you're listening and not checking us out on the YouTube channel, you need to come and check us out in person. The Crew Radio Show on our YouTube channel. We appreciate all the love that we get. Lots of faithful people say they check out the show. They say we crazy as all get. They actually say, you know what? They say I'm the same one. I just want y'all to know. They say Ton is the one that's out of pocket all the time. And then Jay, you know, he come with his agronutiousness. But for me, they say, you know, I tend to right the ship. I just want to tell y'all.
That is the most truthful thing you have said since we started.
I'm just telling y'all what I'm about to say.
However, about the agronutiousness,
okay,
the word I use, because people wonder where I get it from.
Yes. The
as far as the same one,
I'm just saying, they say Ton out of pocket. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
They say Ton keeps it real.
That's what they say.
That's what they told me. They say
Who
keep
told
it
you
real.
that?
Your church members. Yo, pastor, your church members told me, I like it when you keep it real. I like it when you tell it because you keep it real. And you just, you know, you bring a little hood to it, but you keep it real.
They told me you was out of pocket, though.
They
told me you come for me too much, man. That's what they said.
Now, y'all, see, can I just tell y'all this? Offline.
We're going to keep moving.
No, we're not.
you want to keep going.
Just a few moments ago, both Jay and Kevin, particularly Kevin, was like, I like it when you light people up. Yeah. I like it when you flame people.
It's good for the show.
But then I'm talking about just in personal life. You like,
it's good for that too.
Yeah. See, I just love it.
Keep it in perspective.
I just love it. And I'm like, well, why you want me to? Why can't I just have some peace? Why can't people just do the right thing all the time?
Because you're a flamethrower. That's why. That's who you are, man. Just come to terms.
I like to correct the ship.
Yeah, and you throw flames when you do it. It's just
because people don't respond to water.
Maybe not.
They don't respond to water. They only respond to that heat.
Yeah, well,
you bring that heat.
Yeah, then people gonna come around.
All I say is when he take off them glasses, when he take them glasses and put it on the table,
it's about to be on.
You better go ahead, call your mama, make some arrangements, cause something that's gonna happen. I'm just saying, Tom. I'm just saying, like you said, I'm just saying. I gotta tell the truth.
Speaking of that,
he don't tell the truth.
Since he's speechless, let's go ahead on with the show. Yeah, we're going on with the show. I knew you were going to have something to say later on.
I'm going to have something to say to you offline. That's what I'm going to have something to say. I'm going to wait till the nice people say goodbye, and then I'm going to have something to say to you
as soon as you say peace, it's
going to be on.
It's going to be on and popping. Okay, let's move on.
Shout out to the ladies again. You know, first of all, again, we continue to pray for Alvian. Y'all, I hope y'all are praying for Alvian and her family, and the transition of her mom, and so she's still going through that grieving process. We respect that. We want her to take as much time as she needs in order to do that properly. So Al, we love you, and Sia is still fighting a good fight. And so we ask that you all will keep them lifted up in your prayers while they are gone. They're going to be back soon. This ain't going to be barbershop the whole season. They will be back at some point. But since it's still us, that means we still in the barbershop.
And we got something to talk about.
Man, listen, we got something to talk about today.
I might just be quiet today.
Now you
what you gonna be quiet about? It's gonna be what it's gonna be now. Now we're gonna tell the truth. You say you like the truth.
I do.
All right, then here it is.
Sometimes I sweat.
And for those who don't know, barbershop means is real conversation that dudes be having that don't always be discussed openly, but because this is who we are, we don't mind putting it out there.
Sure it is.
And there's something recently that was in the news.
Yeah, it was on social media.
Yeah, pertaining NBA superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo. For those of you who don't know, he plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's a bad boy.
He a bad boy.
He can play. He's one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
And he and his family originated from Africa, moved to Greece.
Yes.
And so they call him the Greek Freak as a nickname.
Yes.
He's 7 feet. He can run like a guard, and he just do it all.
He can dunk like Jordan.
Oh,
he can dunk like Jordan. He can dunk.
He can. He just got it all. But we're not talking about Giannis so much as...
Well, we kind of are.
We are, but we're not.
But we're not, yeah.
Because it's a bigger picture than this.
It is a bigger picture than this.
So, Jay, you know this, man. In social media with stratosphere, a lot of people are not complaining about Giannis and his game, but they are questioning his choice of a female, his companion. Her last name is Riddlespringer, and they met.
You thought she was white because of that name.
I did. I ain't never heard no black person named Riddlespringer. I ain't gonna lie. The first thing I thought of, I got to be a white person.
No, she's a sister.
I mean, you know, black people is Jenkins and Williams and Jones.
Johnson.
What is Bell? Because you know what?
You can go either way on that one.
You go either way.
You can.
You can.
That's more of an English type name.
It is.
Mr. Bell.
But I ain't never heard no black person named Riddlespringer. Have you?
Nah.
I can't even pronounce. That's why I ain't saying nothing.
You know what?
This first part of the show, I'm gonna be quiet. Acapulco, all that.
You are so silly. You are so silly.
Well, we're bringing this up because social media is really the trolls are bashing Giannis
Yes.
for his choice of who he has.
And for the reason is just outrageous. So can we just go there?
Go ahead, man.
All right, so he has been in this relationship with her probably at least a good 10 years or so.
Yes.
And they have, I think, 2 kids, and she's pregnant with a third.
Yes.
And they're all young kids. And so he took recently a photo and it popped up on social media. And when he took the photo, he was holding his wife or fiance or baby mama. Because I couldn't find out anything concerning their marital. I don't think they're married.
I think it's
yet.
his fiance.
Yeah, I think it's just their fiance or girlfriend. Okay, so
no. They say
wife. They're married.
Yeah, married 2024.
They're married 2020. Oh, so they just got married. Okay, cool. Okay, congratulations. Okay, so they were taking a photo and they were holding hands in a photo. Just a regular photo. You just look like they're on a date night or something. But they were taking a photo and they were holding hands and both of them were cheesing, but he was cheesing really, really hard. Like, clearly that brother was happy. Whatever was going on in that moment or whatever state they may have been in, clearly he was a very, very joyful person. And she, again, was smiling, cheek to cheek too as well. And so different people were commenting about the relationship and was saying that how it was good that he's happy like that, and they were congratulating them. And then of course the thing that I hate about social media is so negative. It's just so negative.
Always.
Yeah, and you had people that were like, why he with her? He could do better than her because she didn't have on a lot of makeup. In fact, she had on very little makeup. Very, very little makeup. If she had on maybe some lip gloss and maybe, I don't even know if she had on any foundation. She just had on very little makeup. But she's a pretty girl. But nonetheless, she didn't have 2 kids and she's pregnant. And so she is a plus size woman. And so they were fat shaming her and was like, he could do better than her. And I'm like, first of all, she is a beautiful woman. And second of all, this woman has carried 2 kids and is carrying a 3rd kid, and you fat shaming her? Are you for real? I'm like, how you look? And then I mean,
he about to say your mama in a minute.
I want to say your mama. I do, but I'm like, the standards I think that people put on, like for instance, if she was a mom in suburbia with a regular Joe Blow, I don't think that would have been a problem. I think the fact that because he's an NBA player, that they thought he should be with someone that's maybe a supermodel type or something of that nature. But this brother is from Africa. His roots are from Nigeria. He was born in Greece. And they were there illegally because they didn't have a right passport. He got a movie out about it, so I saw the movie. And so and it was a good movie too, and inspirational. And so he got I think like 3 brothers, and so he was, raised in a very tight knit family. And I'm gonna tell you, them brothers are tight. Like one time, I even saw a video of this brother picking his brother's nose.
They also ball players too.
Yeah, they can ball. They
not
joked
anymore.
one of them.
Yeah,
they
one
joked
was,
one of them. Yeah.
He was bandwagon on the team. I think Giannis got him on the team, and now he's not there anymore. He's not on the team anymore, but he still travels.
Right.
But let me say this real quick, Ty. So her name is Mariah Riddle Springer. She actually does not fit the profile that most people would think that a NBA athlete should have.
Correct.
You know, most people looking at NBA, Housewives, like this NBA Housewives show and all that kind of stuff, and you see...
And that hair ain't real.
Right, all that, and you think that all NBA players should be marrying...
And some other stuff ain't real either.
Right, like a Kardashian type, right? That's not who she is. She
ain't real either.
First of all, she's 5'10". She played volleyball in college at Rice University, and so her whole demeanor is very different than what most people would think. Mm-hmm. And I think this is the conversation that we want to have, right? Like, why is it? And let's be honest, a lot of the people who are questioning why he's with her is us.
It's brothers.
It's us.
No, it ain't us. It's these trifling Negroes, and I don't want to say Negroes. Can I just go ahead and say that? But I will say Negroes for the show. But it's trifling Negroes, probably ones that didn't vote for Kamala. They the ones. Did I sneak that in? I snuck that in there.
We won't ever have a show without something like that.
I'm just saying. You want me to just say, right? Yeah. So I'm just saying. It's brothers that were up there, the bros. And they were dogging her out and him out because the man is happy. And the man clearly, it looks like he loves this woman and he is happy with her. If they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, that picture was it. And so it's like, Jason, can you, matter of fact, potentially put that picture up on social media so they can see, they can kind of get y'all need to make sure y'all watching us on YouTube so y'all can really see all the stuff that radio doesn't really show you. But nonetheless, clearly the man looked happy. And they're trolling him because they thought their standard or image of what he should date and have should be much superficial than what it is, because it really is. It's just superficial. And here's the other thing: she's the mother of his kids, so he clearly married someone that he wanted to be a good mother. She must be a good mother. He just recently married her because they had 2 kids before they got married. So she's the mother of his kids. She's his wife. She's his trophy, and he looked very happy holding her hand, walking wherever they were walking and going wherever they were going. And every photo I see with the two of them,
he's smiling.
He is smiling cheek to cheek with her. I'm talking about he looks real happy. And so I'm like, what you doing in your relationship that you trolling her? And you trolling this dude.
And that's the question we want to raise here in the barbershop. Jay, I want to start with you because, you a lot of your people in your generation are social media. They take to social media. We got these keyboard ninjas, man, that hide behind a fake alias name.
I hate that.
They always do that, right?
Come on.
Always want to put stuff out there. Why do we do this, man? Like, here this man is happy. Here this man ain't bothering nobody. He's a multimillionaire. He's successful. Why are we digging at who he chooses to date? Why do we do that, man?
Honestly, I don't have an answer for that because he is doing everything you would want a black man to do. He is with one woman. He is taking care of his kids. And he's doing everything he's supposed to do. But because she doesn't fit a certain mold, she doesn't have the cup size, or she doesn't have the hips, or she don't have the thighs, or she doesn't have the Botox, now she's not good enough for him. You can look at that, like even with the NFL. You look at it was another podcast that we won't share the name of it, that they were having this very conversation similar to, and the host asked the individual, hey, would you rather your daughter be married to a thug that's going to cheat on her, maybe a couple times, that he's rich, or would you rather him be with someone that's going to take care of her, that works every day? And the father said, I want my daughter to be with the thug. And me having a daughter and having a son, it baffled me that a man will want their child to go through that trauma and that frustration
Why are you so politically correct?
Right. We know we're talking about Future, man.
We're talking about Future.
And we're talking about Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Man,
come
stop
on.
being,
We ain't politically correct up in here. This the barbershop. We put it all out there. That Joker said he would rather his daughter get with Future. And then the Negro said, and I don't want to call him a Negro, but then the Negro said that every girl should have to go through a Future and deal with major heartbreak. The Joker got 9 kids with 9 different women. You want your daughter to hook up with someone that got 9 different kids with 9 different women, ain't taking care of none of them, according to the women that give the interviews, and they say he don't pay child support. You want her to hook up with him instead of Russell Wilson, who's worth at least 3 times his net worth, because I think Future is worth $50 million. Russell Wilson is worth approximately $150, and he owns a soccer team.
That's funny.
This is what we do. Like, why do we do this, Jay? I mean, like, it don't make sense to me. Like, first of all, it ain't my business who you choose.
Correct.
That's correct.
Right? First of all, you choose who you choose. If you want to wake up to who you wake up with, that's your choice, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And so who am I to tell you or question who it is that you're dating, especially because you got money
for it.
Right.
But our generation, and I'll even say other generations, they look at certain people and say they should be with this.
Why?
It's just when you get to a certain level and a certain status, everything should look prim and proper. It shouldn't be anything that's rough around the edges or, like you said, she's a plus size. I think she looked good.
She ain't no plus size. She just was pregnant, bro. You've been pregnant 3 times. You're going to have some weight on you.
But when you look at the athletes, they want the slender, or the more
a size 0 or size 2.
But it had to be filling in the right spots.
These same chicks that's on Housewives been cheated on, bro. What are we talking about here? So cheat. So what?
Okay, and cheat.
That can't be the standard, right? This man is happy. He going home at night. He ain't out in the streets. He go ball. He go home to his family.
He go home to his
Why would anybody want to dog him out? And why would anybody want him to be with somebody?
And a nice guy, too.
Yeah. And now we want people to be in dysfunctional relationships.
But that's what we do as a culture,
Let's talk about that.
That's what we do.
About that because
we thrive on dysfunction.
Yes,
we thrive on drama.
Say it.
Like, so here's the thing. I can call somebody and say, hey, I'm doing this, that, third of my job. If it's not something that's a scandal, titillating, they don't really want to hear about it. But if I say, hey, man, I heard teacher smack the kid in the face, they want to hear about stuff like that.
I want to hear about that, too.
Well, the point I'm making is people, they don't enjoy. This is the second show. Here's the second show. Second show. They do not enjoy.
For criminal purposes or just you want to know?
I want to know for both.
He want to know. He want to laugh.
You want to laugh first.
I want to know for both. I want to know what made her slap that child. And then, did they get her? Did it get her? I want to know. I'm sorry. I want to know.
Are you going to press charges, though?
You slap a child, yeah, you need to go down for that.
But he going to laugh.
But you want the juice first.
I want to know what made her go off like that. I do want to know because most teachers got restraint. And so if you slap the child, I'm thinking that child took you way to the extreme. I mean, it's still illegal and you need to get what you got to get.
That's a separate show.
That's a separate show.
It's different levels of teachers because I know some, they be like, hey, man, I'm not getting paid enough. This child stepped to me, he don't get this work for everything that happened this year and next year, all that kind of stuff. But,
teachers would defend themselves. And there's some teachers, like my mom was what you call them, truancy officers?
Yeah.
And one girl, one time, kicked her in her area. Yeah, that's all right. She kicked the back. Yeah.
That's where you get it from.
That's where you get it from.
She kicked the back.
That's where you get it from.
This is the 70s, though. This is the 70s.
Yeah,
but she kicked the back.
Yeah.
But as far, I don't understand it. It's this man doing everything right. I mean, right by the book. He doing everything by the book. But because she doesn't fit a certain label, she don't have no drama either. She owns or co-owns a nonprofit that gives away clothes to disadvantaged children, give Pampers to
so she's community minded.
Yeah. A lot like Curry's wife.
Yeah.
They
don't like her.
But she fine though.
But they don't like her. They don't like her, and is
it because of Curry or because
they keep saying that she's cheating on him? They've alleged that she's cheated on him multiple times. They said that she was on The View one time, and they brought some dude out that had no shirt on, looked like a I guess like a Chippendale type strip or whatever, but he had no shirt on, and he walked out and was serving drinks. And she pulled her ring halfway off, like the signal, like, I'm taking my ring off for it. But it was a joke. But it was a joke, I guess, in poor taste. And people trolled him and her for that, saying she cheating on him. And
that's what you just said. It's trolls.
You don't know their relationship.
Trolls,
you don't know anything. It was a joke. But again, if you are looking for something negative,
you're going to find it.
You're going to create it. Or you're going to create it. And I think that's what it is. People got miserable lives.
They do.
And they want other people to be miserable. That's why they can't stand that he happy like that.
Crabs in a barrel.
Crabs
one
in
of the
a
first
bucket.
things he did, I was reading when he got his the $100 million contract. Most people, they go buy houses, go buy cars, go buy expensive and lavish gifts. He bought her a giant teddy bear. And like, to me, that's simplified, or that signified how much their love is pure, how much he cares about her. Because he didn't go out and buy. I mean, at some point he probably bought her some nice jewelry. But one of the first things he did was that. That was like from the heart.
Yes.
I bet she loved it. Ate that up.
So let me give y'all a little quiz here. What does Aisha and Stephen Curry, LeBron and Savannah, Giannis and Mariah, and Patrick Mahomes and is it Brittany?
Yeah, Brittany.
What do they all have in common?
Celebrity status or professional athletes? What's their celebrity status?
Mainly. The bigger piece is they all met before they blew up.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at all four of the relationships, when Giannis got to the States, he wasn't known. When he got drafted, he was not known.
Nope, he was in Greece.
So he picked, I believe, one of the reasons why is because she got to know him when he was down, right? And when a guy sees a woman that is willing to be with him when he ain't got nothing, and then you get something, same with LeBron. He met Savannah in high school. Patrick Mahomes, people questioning why he with her. He was at Texas Tech. He ain't getting no scholarships. Now he the top football quarterback. So the point I'm trying to make is, a lot of times people want to look at, well, why do people choose people? Well, you know this to be true. Man, when you got somebody that, when you're successful, like the three of us are, and you got somebody that really ain't there for you for the money aspect of it, because there's Anton, the Commonwealth attorney. There's Jason, the worship leader. There's Swan, the pastor, that people normally see. But don't none of them see our draws.
Now, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. He said it. He said that.
Is it the truth?
Hey.
None of them see our draws. I'm going to write that quote down.
Because at the end of the day, it's the ones that see your dirtiness is what I'm saying. The one that, because this.
My draws are clean. My mama told me to put on clean
I don't
draws.
know about your drawers.
My draws.
We're going to leave this one alone.
I don't know about
I trust
yours.
Don seen yours. I don't know.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see.
The point I'm making, y'all understand what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Because who can we trust when these lights go off?
Who gonna hold you down?
And who gonna really when you ain't got Commonwealth attorney?
When things are rough.
Right? When you ain't the worship leader no more. When I ain't the pastor no more. Right? That's what he looking at. Right? And that goes further. And so all these trolls that's out here on social media that's in it for the look.
Man, you better look
And then
past
as
that.
soon as he crashed, he blow out his knee, he can't play no more, and the money gonna dry up, she gonna be gone. So we gotta start as men defining beauty more than just this physical appearance, man. And I think, and by the way, if we're gonna be honest, since we talking about brothers doing this to brothers, there are a lot of brothers that date trash girls.
Well,
Y'all lit it today, boy.
Gutter.
well,
And may I add, gutter white girl.
well,
Ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
well.
Right? And look, and everybody say if you gonna go that way, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no dimes.
Because I want to know why all these NBA players getting these strippers and other people pregnant and having these kids by these strippers. All they want is your money. All that you did to get to that point in which you are in life now, getting $100+ million contracts.
Crazy.
Now you got to cut a piece to someone that the only reason they were with you is because you had money. That's what they do for a living.
Correct.
And you up there getting pregnant by them? You getting them pregnant? Really?
18 to life.
18 to life. And on top, what about the diseases? If you are going in there and you're doing that unprotected, how many other people that have been in there unprotected and you going behind them? Are you crazy? What's wrong with people? And I tell my 16-year-old, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Well, look, we applaud. People is trashing Giannis for his selection. Ain't nobody trashing Paul George. He married a stripper. That's how he met her. In the club.
Look at your boy from the New Orleans Pelican. Zion.
Oh, he was wide open, bro.
Oh, that's crazy work.
The stripper started trolling him.
Yeah. she got burned, bro. She was bad. She was bad.
But he was giving her hundreds of thousands of dollars. So she got mad that he cut her off. But still, how you giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars to a stripper? Are you serious?
That's why she flamed him, bro.
And then what's your boy is it Minnesota?
Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards. Isn't his baby mama a stripper too?
Oh yeah, all of them.
I'm like, is this the trend? Let me go out and find a stripper and get her pregnant.
Well,
and give away part of my hundreds of millions of dollars. Are you serious?
Well, no. The trend is, and this goes back to what's the guy that married Mariah Carey?
Nick
Cannon.
Nick Cannon. It's that spirit in this generation.
I don't know what spirit on him.
Cam Newton.
That's a mental health spirit there. I think.
No, it's the notion that I can father multiple children, but not necessarily have to be in the home, engaged. I can have as many baby mamas as I choose, as long as I'm financially responsible and taking care of the kid.
Well, he thinks he's a good father, and he will tell you he's a good father. But he has how many? 10, 11?
Both of the Cam Newton and Nick Cannon both have at least 8, 9 kids by multiple women, right?
I'm thinking Nick Cannon got him beat though by maybe about 10 or plus. But like you said, multiple women. I'm talking about like maybe 6, 8 women. You got these kids by. You can't be at the school program for this kid and then be at soccer practice for this kid, or maybe what if they? Because some of them are in the same age range. So what if this child graduation date is on the same day as this child's graduation date?
Going somewhere in the morning and flying out in the afternoon.
That's crazy.
But for some of the women, as long as I'm financially secure and I'm taken care of, the baby's taken care of, this was the agreement up front. You know I ain't going to marry you, but I'll take care of you.
But what baby needs $100,000 a year?
But this...
That's what I want. What baby need $100,000?
That's to me. It says our cultures, our priorities are really screwed up really badly, because you would choose someone that has money but cannot be there emotionally, mentally, and physically for that child. That child needs that way more than that money, because I'm gonna tell you what, you got a whole bunch of rich kids that grew up to be wilding out like crazy because they didn't have the structure.
They depressed and suicidal.
Come on, are we seeing all these young actors and actresses and YouTubers and stuff like that dying at 21, at 23, and 24? They got money. Some of these people are millionaires, multimillionaires, and they're dying at young ages because there's something broken in them. That brokenness comes from the lack of having a stable home.
Yes. Fatherhood.
Yes.
If we want to be honest about it.
Let's talk about it.
Fatherhood is absent.
Yes.
It's across all races, all socioeconomic. The lack of father ain't just a black thing.
No, it's not.
White people, all of man. A lot of people dealing with.
The ones I'm naming, they white.
Of course,
they white.
And so this is. So again, what kind of standards? I mean, you trying to put somebody out there. This man's happy. He going home at night. He's being a good father to his kids. And by the way, everybody talking about he gained weight. She gained weight. Well, the first child was born in 2020. Second child was born in 2021. Third child was born in 2023. She'd had 3 kids in 4 years.
She gonna keep a little weight.
Of course she is.
Ain't she pregnant again?
Maybe.
Yeah, she's pregnant with the 4th.
Yeah, she's pregnant with the 4th one.
So you see clearly, Giannis putting in work. Right?
Yeah.
Okay then. So what are we talking about here?
Matter of fact, some of them were like, Giannis, keep that sister pregnant. And he was like, yo, take a break. They were saying stuff like that.
That
but
man
I'm
from
like,
Africa.
That man he's from Africa.
That man from Haiti.
He's from Africa. But can I say this? He comes from a big family.
Yes.
And so I'm sure he wants a big family like what he grew up in. And so I'm like,
And it ain't in the street.
it ain't in the street.
So why are we trashing this man, Jason?
But then you think about it. I'm sitting here thinking about.
Hey, we're halfway through the show. Big shout out to everyone tuning in. Thank you all so much. If you're loving the content, consider supporting us by becoming a sponsor. Just contact us via email at thecrewradioshow757@gmail.com. Now stick around, we've got even more good stuff coming your way.
It's not Travis Kelce, his brother, Jason Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
He has, I think, 4 kids.
By his wife.
By his wife. His wife, respectfully, I don't mean it disrespectfully, but in the context of what we're talking about, she's a basic white woman. But we're not talking about that. We only talking about...
You gonna get some comments for that.
but I mean, we are, though. We are. Like, she not somebody that you would say is super dope. She's like a regular suburban housewife.
So do you think then that it's black men? Do you think then that it's black men that try to put the standard on black men for who they should date more than white men?
I think so.
So why? Why do we do that, Jay?
I'm still weak.
Hey, you go ahead and email me the Commonwealth attorney. Go ahead and send it.
There was no Commonwealth attorney that said that.
They gonna mistake my voice for you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jay.
So why do?
But it's true though.
Why do black people rate other black people's
because
choices,
we
man?
Trifling, dude. We do some trifling stuff. We can be crabs in a bucket. We will hate on you simply because we see you have things that we want. And instead of going out and earning it ourselves, putting in the hard work that Giannis put in all those years, or what that young lady did going to Rice University, instead of doing the things that they did to get to where they are, you will hate them from afar, and they've done absolutely nothing to you but just try to live a happy life. And we
mind their
hate on them.
business.
And mind their own business. You don't never hear about no drama concerning him.
Nope.
You don't ever hear about. And a lot of these NBA players and football players be out there doing all kind of stuff, wilding out and whatever. You never hear anything about him. All you hear about is the fact that he is awesome in what he does on the basketball court, and he loves his family. He cherishes his family, siblings, mom, dad, who is past since, and his wife and his kids.
So let me ask y'all this, because it is true. Men are visual. Let's just be honest, right? You know, a part of how we chose our wives was, we cannot deny that one of the reasons why we chose
they were beautiful.
Wives, exactly, that they're visually appealing. So
they are beautiful. I ain't gonna say word. See, Tom said word. I say all.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Can we keep going?
No, we're not. Because he coming for me. So let me just say this to you. Because you said basic white woman, don't try to flip the script on me now. My wife is the bomb. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about, you said basic black white woman, and they gonna get you on that.
So yes, Dawn is beautiful.
Yes.
Treese is beautiful.
Yes.
Michelle is beautiful. How much do you think physical beauty played a factor in the decisions to pursue our wives?
It initially catches your eye. So, of course, beauty is going to play a factor because it initially catches your eye. So, you know, just like we had to be decent looking too because we had to catch their eyes as well. So, again, it plays a major part.
How much of a part is what I'm asking?
I would say this. It plays a major part because that is the first thing you may see or you may notice. Because I saw Dawn in prayer. But guess what? I noticed Dawn beforehand, and we were at a restaurant. We were sitting together. It was a group of us or whatever. And we may have exchanged a couple of words, but it wasn't much to it. But it was when I saw her in prayer one morning. And because we was having 6 o'clock morning prayer at church, and I saw her beauty went up like a zillion, because I'm like, who is this girl up in here in the morning prayer? And she had on a pair of scrubs. So she ain't have on no elaborate and all. She had on a pair of scrubs. And anyone who knew Dawn back then, Dawn wasn't a makeup person. Dawn has always been very simplistic in her makeup. But she was gorgeous to me. And I wanted to know who she was and had to do some research to find out who this sister was.
Strictly in the beginning on a physical appearance. Or because you said you saw her in prayer, and prayer was just as attractive to you as her physical appearance?
Both. I think the physical was major because, again, we're visual. So, yes, it got to be. But I got blessed, or I got an enhancement because it was doing prayer, and I happened to catch her, a beautiful woman, in prayer. And I'm a Christian, a young Christian. Of course, because you know, people are always talking about I can't find a good woman, I can't find a woman. Well, there she is.
Right.
You know, so I'm watching it right there, and I'm like, oh, who is she?
Right. I got you.
So come to me and ask me the same question.
Jay, same question, man. How much?
100% looks.
From the beginning.
I remember what the first outfit I saw her, she had on some heels, a burgundy skirt, and a black top.
And so for you, and for me too, no lying about it, it's a major part, right? I remember seeing my wife at the time. We was in college, undergrad, at a party. She's sitting by herself.
You won't say, were you?
No, I won't say.
Is he saved now?
Huh?
Is he saved now?
Is he saved now? You know what? His church people are watching, and so
I'm saved now.
his church people are watching.
Saved.
They gonna come for you, Jay. They gonna come for you. They know. They try to push up on me sometimes.
But when I first met her, man, you know what? When I first met her, you remember the movie Boomerang?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She just had her hair cut like that, man.
Oh, like Halle Berry?
Like Halle Berry.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yo, who is that right there? Mm-hmm. So I guess for us, yes, it's an initial attraction. So then the second question is, when does it change for men? Because we know there are a lot of beautiful people.
When you open your mouth.
That part.
Right.
That's what
when does it change?
When you open your mouth.
As soon as you open your mouth?
As soon as you open your mouth.
Because there are a lot of men who say, you know what, she look good, she got a nice body, I don't really care if she had hair.
I'm gonna tell you what happened with me. I tracked her down because I go to a huge church. You know, it was a huge church, it's still a huge church, but it was a really huge church back then. And I tracked her down, and I was able to get her digits. And I called digits. Come on, y'all don't say digits. Oh, okay, well, anyway, y'all, telephone number, y'all.
About 30 years ago.
Okay.
Keep going.
Anyway, telephone number. So I got her digits, and I called her. And when I called her, we talked for like 2 hours. That first conversation. And it was like, oh yeah, I want to get to know her.
Okay.
So as soon as she opened her mouth.
Jay?
100%. As soon as we had our first conversation. And an additive, she was into music. Well, she is into music. So when she started talking about like the people she liked, Etta James and Sam Cooke, and then, you know, started the gospel world, John Key, that right there hit me too, because I'm a musician. So she spoke the language and she can sing. So you look good, you smell good, and you can sing. Let's go have some dinner. Let's go get something to eat.
I don't think most men think like y'all.
They crazy.
And that's why most men
they don't have
choose
nothing.
wrong.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
And that's why they choose wrong.
Because I think
that's
most
why
men,
they choose wrong.
I think we're going to this barbershop. Most men would take a woman who's more sexually available than the inner beauty of listening to what she got to say.
And then ask them 5 years from now, how that work out for you?
But see, Michelle told me something. She said, I'd rather want you here than need you here. I'm like, you need to be with me. She's like, no, I want you here. Right. And it took me a while to really understand and really appreciate that thing, because she wants me here. So regardless of what I have, the status I have, if I lost everything today, she'll still be here. Now, I can't say some of the chicks I dealt with in the past, they would have that same mantra and that same thing.
And let me break this down to you too. Like today was a rough day. It's just like if I was someone who really was like turn over the tables or whatever. Today would have been one of them days where I'd have turned over some tables. I mean, Jay caught me in some of it dealing with some foolishness. Yeah, I wanted to take some heads today, but I didn't. You know, I kept it real. I think
the kids say whoever you were.
They say it because
I see the kids.
Yeah, because I couldn't go so roughneck with it. Yeah, because I wanted some heads today. Okay, but nonetheless, my wife texts me an invitation to go have lunch tomorrow, and she did it when it was starting. So she instinctively knew I needed to just go and do something. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. So, like I said, 5 years from now, how that working out for you? Because you need someone who is not only gorgeous to you, but you need someone who is connected. But she has no. When I go home and tell her what went down, she gonna be like, "Wow, I see why the Lord put this on my heart to do this." But she sent it to me in the midst of it, and I saw that, and I said, "She has no clue."
Yeah, and I think, again, this goes back to what we believe Giannis sees in his wife. The same thing that we see in our wives. And I will echo that, man. There's no way I'm pastoring this church, man. People see me on Sundays. They have no idea what it takes for me to stand up there. They don't see what goes on behind the scenes. They don't see what my wife does for me in helping me to get to that point.
And things that wife got to deal with.
Yeah.
Right. No, seriously.
No. Yeah, because they don't see how you treat me. They don't see that. They don't see how he treat me.
Radio layer.
They don't see how he treat me.
It's a Tonky going these hard rights, man.
They don't see how he talk about me and
the
talk
lies
to
is
me.
being told now.
But can I harp on what you just said as far as the connectivity? Because it's even been times where I've been in meetings with my wife, and like people think that she's just being affectionate by like touching my leg or like touching my hand.
She's trying to calm your spirit.
She see when somebody that pissed me off,
Yeah.
and when she like kind of scratched my leg,
Yeah.
it's like Covenant, shut up.
Yeah.
I was in a meeting with somebody one time, and they totally disrespected me. And my wife, she leaned over and she started rubbing my leg. And we got in the car. I said, "Babe, you knew what I was about to do." She said, "Yeah, but you got to have wisdom. At the end of the day, you can't." Because I was about to walk away from a lucrative position, and I like, "Yo, I go ahead and hustle." She like, "I know you can, but the kids need you at home. I want you at home, and if you hustling, not legal, like doing different jobs.
Legal, yes,
you're not gonna be here."
Yeah, I hope he ain't talking about no illegal
not in
hustling.
front of the couple attorney.
Because I lock you up.
Nah,
it'll break my heart. It'll break my heart. But I lock you up. We do it in Hampton.
He said, "Look, he's told me to listen. I love you.
Don't do it in Hampton.
But if you do it in Hampton, you going to jail."
I got to do it.
I've always kept
I got to do it.
But like the way she has always like kept me and held me down and made sure that I didn't make poor choices. And as of late, a couple of years ago when I broke my arm, was a very humbling experience. Y'all laughed at me.
Who was y'all?
When I told you how I did it?
I didn't laugh at you.
Tom,
He laughed at you.
You laughed too.
How did you tell me you did?
We not doing that. we not doing
Did you
that.
trip in the parking lot?
I did. I told y'all. See? You see it? Listen. Pray for your boy.
Jay, you tell on yourself every show.
No, but I'm just saying.
Every show,
because
man.
this is a barbershop, we just be honest. My thing is, my point, I'm going to keep going because he about to go somewhere else and we got like 13
every show,
minutes.
Man, you put yourself
I
out
don't
there,
care.
bro.
But when I broke my arm, she made sure I was
you
straight.
trip like Dick Van Dyke on the Dick Van Dyke show. He tripped like he tripped on the ultimate.
I'm about to call him Chad. Now, last week, I apologized to this man, and he coming for me again. Week 2.
I try to
week
tell
2,
you,
America. It won't be week 3. We stay tuned.
No. I know what it was. Whenever you try to break your fall, it's worse.
Yeah, it is.
And he tried to break his fall.
And I broke my arm.
And broke his arm.
Jesus.
As I said, broke his arm, Jesus.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. All jokes aside, man. I think we are celebrating where we are now because we have found good ones. We won't always this way, though.
No.
Right? Let's just be honest.
What do you mean wasn't always this way? What do you mean by that?
I mean,
we make good decisions all the time.
Correct. Making good decisions. Oh, no.
Right?
Oh, no. I could tell you some foolishness. And it's like, why?
So the question for a lot of men that might be watching this or listening to this show is, there were times, honestly, man, where we probably was looking at some men too, be like, yo, why you with her?
Exactly. And we be honest.
If we're gonna be honest,
we probably still do it now,
right? But we have evolved because we appreciate what we got at home.
Correct.
Right?
I think it's no different than when women see a beautiful woman and she with some dude that looked like the bottom of her shoe, and she's like, why is she with him? And women nowadays will say, I guarantee he treats her really, really,
yes,
really
because
nice.
I don't think
He got no choice.
I don't think maybe
It's
I'm
like he
wrong.
got no
He got no choice. You can't be ugly and mean.
No, well, hold on, because I don't think, and maybe we need somebody to comment on the show.
Wait a minute.
I don't know. Do you think physical appearance for women matters as much as it does for men?
Yeah.
Yes, I think
If
physical
not
appearance.
more.
I think
I don't
physical
believe
appearance
that.
is. I think physical appearance is important. I don't think that.
It ain't as important for
I
as
don't
men.
think is.
I think
as-
security is more important for women.
I think security is, but less. It varies because you got to you putting all women in one boat, or you putting all women
Yes,
in one
I agree
category.
with
There are a lot of women who are very superficial, extremely superficial, just as superficial as men. And so why wouldn't they not be caught up on your money as well as your looks? And if you don't look good, you may have money, but I'm going to cheat on you. I'm going to take your money, but I'm going to cheat on you. You good for being. Why you think the term sugar daddy came about? Okay? You got quiet.
No, because sugar daddies provide security.
Sugar daddy provides security.
They don't care how you look. Because the fact is, if you're going to help me pay for school,
Yeah,
then
but
I'm going to be with you.
But she ain't marrying him.
No, but that's not part of the deal, though.
No, but hold on.
Sometimes.
He might want her to marry him.
Hold on. Sometimes, because it's a deceased stripper that married that old man.
A deceased.
Yeah, Nicole Simpson. Nicole.
Why you don't just say names? We're in the barbershop. I'm up here
Yeah,
trying
say
to
the
figure
name.
out
Who you talking about?
Who you talking about? A deceased stripper? I don't know where she died from.
Y'all really believe that looks matter more to
I didn't
as
say
much
more.
as much to women as it does for men?
I think some women.
Yeah. Women are very complex.
I think some
men
women-
are a lot more simpler.
Men are more simple, and I would say this: you can't put all women in the same boat because women come in different varieties, and they got different wants as well as needs. And so, while maybe more would be more concerned with security and how well you treat them, there is absolutely a portion of women out there that's caught up on looks. Absolutely.
So with the
More
shortage,
than the money and more than how well you treat
man,
them.
listen, with the shortage that I hear that women talk about of eligible men, black men, especially men that are providers and can take care of a family, man, I don't think looks gonna be at the top of that list, man.
Well, here's the thing. If you think you're a beauty model and dudes are hollering at you left and right, you may feel like you got your pick of men. Now, they ain't men, they probably males, but nonetheless, you think you got your pick. And if you think you got your pick, you think she gonna pick somebody ugly, or you think she gonna pick somebody she think is good looking?
Well, of course, if you got a choice between the two.
Well,
what I'm saying is,
some women do, because
some do, but most black women are not getting married. That's a fact. Black women are the most unmarried ethnic group in the country, statistically speaking. You're telling me that if she sees a guy,
but you making an assumption that all black women want to get married.
well, no. Well, let's say relationship status, right?
Okay.
Okay, so if
And
somebody,
well, you making again another assumption that all black women want to be in a relationship.
I'm saying for those who do,
Okay, now there we go. All right.
for those who want to be in a
Quantify
relationship,
it.
who want to get married,
Okay.
knowing that there is a shortage of good, financially secure black men. And if she finds that and is spiritual too, I don't believe looks is going to be a deal breaker, as much of a deal breaker for her as it would be maybe for me.
You got to be attracted to what you're going to be lying beside.
But it depends, because I've heard that a lot, especially that I've heard women who have been hurt. They'll lean more so how you gonna treat me and the emotional side, and the dude don't have to be 6'6", a pack of 12 abs, and drive a Ferrari. He can have Caprice Classic making about 70,000 and do
a Caprice Classic.
I mean, you see it because they've been hurt. They not look at the.
That's the beauty, Ton. Though, see, it's not the physical part of it, man. It's the fact that you care about me, you get me, you understand me. I think for a lot of women, that's the beauty.
I think this is a topic that we need to have some of the ladies.
Well, Alvin definitely needs to be.
Yeah, to kind of expound on that because again, I just don't want to put them all in one boat.
No, we're not. But at the same time, you don't see.
I agree with that.
You don't see trolls on social media saying, "Well, why is the girl with this dude?" Do you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, I see more.
Was it Tony Braxton was with Birdman or still with Birdman?
Women dogged out some of the women who was with what's that dude that he's from New Orleans, he's a rapper, got the long dreads,
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Why people with Lil Wayne look like the bottom of my shoe. Yeah, he look like the bottom of my shoe.
But what does Lil Wayne have?
He got money.
He got money.
Okay,
but
and what does money represent? Security.
Status.
Security.
Status.
It does represent status. But it also,
because a lot of these people are doing stuff. I was somewhere recently and it was a teenage came out of an event. And as soon as they walked out the door, they pulled up their phone and started taking selfies by themselves. They had just come out of the door of an event and then went over to the car and started taking more selfies. Just taking selfies. I'm like, you that vain?
That's the generation, bro.
I'm like, this is a teenager. I'm like, you that vain?
I don't know if it's vanity or that's just how
that's vanity.
Ton, have you ever seen teenagers sit in a room, man, lately? They don't talk to each other, man. It
depends.
No. 16 to 13 to 25, 26. You get them in a room, they are not talking to each other, man.
My son and his boys are loud. I guess they must be the exception.
You got the exception.
Yeah.
Because they loud.
All of them on their phone.
Because I've asked my daughter, I said,
they loud.
Why y'all even
talking?
They on video games and they playing with each other on video games or they playing pool or they doing something.
They are
loud.
in the 1%. The other 99%, they on their phone. They can't even have a conversation. Like dating, they're not having conversations. The first thing, like you said, you met Dawn, you got her digits, right? Mm-hmm. Now, hey, what's your IG handle?
Yeah,
I'm like, my IG handle, like, you on my phone.
I'm going to DM you.
Yeah.
Well, see, when I got married, they didn't have all that social media.
But still, even now, like, I pray that God extends Michelle's life and we go get caught up in the rapture. Because I can't imagine being back in the dating pool.
Oh, no, I ain't.
Because it's straight, you're in the dating pool now.
I'm done. Nah,
you ain't done.
I'm done. No, if the Lord, God forbid, was to take Dawn home, I'm done. It's toxic out there.
It's toxic.
It's toxic.
It's toxic.
It's
funny.
toxic.
My wife and I have had these conversations. We be joking.
I think every married couple has had that conversation.
Yeah. What would you do?
What would you do? Yeah.
And I can't. I'm not gonna sit up here and say one way or the other because it's hard to say. But I'm not. It'd be easy today to say I ain't getting married again.
Yeah, it would.
But
it would. It's just.
But then you got to see if you can trust them. Because now
to the point I made earlier.
Yeah, you at a certain place. Are you here for me because of who I am and what I can
Correct.
do, or are you here like when my breath stink? Do you still love me?
Yeah, I mean that's the reality of dating.
I mean, that's what I want to know.
The truth. That's the reality of dating, man. But I think, again, that's why you gonna choose somebody that you think is best for you, and it ain't my business to tell you, bro. You need.
But it becomes more challenging because now you have means, you have things. And it just becomes more challenging. I'm thinking of someone right now who is a recent widower, and for about a year, some change, and they are retired. They got a bachelor crib. They drive around in a Range Rover, and good looking person, and it's like.
So first of all, it's a lot that goes into it, right? So at this stage of our lives, number one, you had to deal with this. They probably got kids.
Yeah.
Right? They they probably were in a relationship, and if so, it ended in some way, which means there's probably some healing that has to take place from that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? The question you got to ask yourself is, do you want to go through all of that?
That's a lot.
Right? Because you don't just get to the finish line and marry and or be significant and not have to go through the healing.
And ergo, that's why I said I don't want to do all that.
Well, let me ask you a question, because we about to wind time. Like, truthfully, if I was dating, if I'm not married, you're not married, and we see the person they're dating, you dating, if they were very unattractive, would you hold your tongue, or would you say, hey man, why are you with her?
I would say something to you.
I tell you, bro.
So
I tell you.
Are we wrong for that?
no, but it just put a point to what.
No, that's troll.
That's trolling.
That's troll?
Right, that's
As your
trolling.
boy.
As your boy.
One-on-one?
One-on-one.
Nah,
So
man.
I'm going to
That's the
say,
difference.
so what is it that you find attractive in her? Out of curiosity.
I love her personality.
Okay, and guess what? And I'll be like, okay, cool.
Would you leave it there though?
Would I leave her where?
Leave it there, like, oh, okay, cool. Or you like, dude, come on, you could do better than that.
No. I wouldn't do that. If you say I love her personality and I see she treats you well or whatever, then I'm like, cool.
But part of that too is to know the context, right? So if again at this stage of life, if something happened, God forbid, anything, you're not with Michelle anymore, you're in a different space of your life, you need somebody for because different stages you need people for different reasons.
Correct.
And if that person, even though she might not be as physically attractive as we would think, if she's helping you at this stage of your life to be what you need, who are we to say, bro?
You gonna take up for me? Lord forbid.
Take up for you.
Or you gonna laugh?
Oh, we're gonna tell you now. I mean, we're gonna. That's what we do. That's the barbershop. That's what we do. Now we're gonna tell you now, because you would tell me.
But we would tell you in private. We won't come up here on the barbershop and say your woman ugly. You sure is ugly.
I sure was over. Go ahead, JP.
Man, why you did that color purple chick, man?
Until you do right by me.
All my life. All my life.
Listen, this is why, if you listen on iHeartRadio or 8.1, this is why you need to go to YouTube. This is why.
All my life.
When is Alvin and Marcia coming back? That's it.
Got to run. I'm in tears, man. We got to go. This is why people say to show off the chain, man. Why? People be saying that all the time. Y'all be cutting up too much.
I mean, we just tell the truth though.
It is.
Like, he legit have a tear in his
I
eye.
do.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. I'm like, just.
I just tell you, bro. Don't let her shave you, man.
You said don't let it shave you. No, don't let it shave you.
Don't let her get
Whippy was gonna cut it. Don't
get the razor blade.
Don't get
bro.
the razor blade. No, don't do that there. No, too late.
Good show today. We out of time. Y'all leave other people's people alone. That's the whole purpose of this show today.
Yeah, let them
Leave
love.
them alone. Let them live.
Let them live and let them love.
Unless you're tight, then you gotta tell them on the side.
She sure is ugly.
We gotta run. Until next time, be blessed and be a blessing to someone else. Peace.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of the Crew Radio Show. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. We're always looking for great sponsors to support the show. If your company would like to reach our highly engaged audience, please drop us a line at thecrewradioshow757@gmail.com. Until next time, thank you for kicking it with the crew.